Kapag ako po ay pupunta doon sa airport at makikita ng mismong dalawang mata ko, how does it work? Ang karatula po doon, sinasabi ko ng mga bawal. Ang daming puro bawal. Pero wala pong karatula doon na sinasabi po yung karapatan ng mga pasahero. Ni minsan, wala pa ako narinig sa mga nagreklamo sa akin na delay yung kanilang flight at sila po ay nagutom na there's such thing as malasakit kit. Let's talk about the safety of the passengers, particularly sa ating mga airport. August 2018, PAL aircraft hit a bird upon takeoff in Davao. July 2019, Cebu Pacific plane damaged due to a bird strike. February 2019, Cebu Pacific strands passengers in Calibo Airport as a result of bird strike. And recently, this year, September 2022, sa Maylawag, nagkaroon din po ng bird strike again sa isang eroplano. Noong 2011, nag-promise po ang CAAP na magkakaroon po na sila ng tinatawag na bird avoidance technology. So, alam niyo po kung gaano kapanganib ito. Ito pong magkaroon po ng bird hit. Buti na lang po sa awa ng Panginoon, wala pa po nagka-crash na aeroplano sa atin, pero sa ibang bansa, marami na po nag-crash na aeroplano dahil po sa tinatawag na bird hit. Yung mga ibon na pumapasok po sa engine, mid-flight, nagka-crash po yung aeroplano dahil hindi kaya ng engine na tumakbo pa at nandoon po yung ibon na nakaharang sa loob ng engine. So what is being done at what happened po dito sa bird avoidance technology ng CAAP, nasaan na po yun?
Hindi naman po lahat ng lugar meron, but they will endeavor to train all CAAP officials in all the airports to have knowledge on how to deal with these migratory birds. But right now po, again, to answer your question, airports that are most visited by these birds have that technology.
Can we see that sound technology na sinasabi po ng DOTR? Can you show it to us?
Can you show it to us or can we hear it? O baka tao lang yan na nag...
Oo nga, baka tao lang sumisigaw, pumapalakpak. I mean, really, kasi ako, hindi ko pa nakita yan. Paano ba yan? How does it work? At pwede bang subukan yan? I-demo sa atin kung talaga it works. Kasi, Madam President, Madam Chair, Mr. President, once sa NAIA, meron po ako nakita na, I don't know what kind of bird was it, puti, tatlo sila, heron ata yun. Medyo kinabahan ako. Paalis po, I think Philippine Airlines po yung sakay ko from NAIA, and I was going to Davao. Ang haba ng pila ng aeroplano. And then may nakita ako tatlong bird, tinulog ko sa wife ko. Naku, mukhang delikado yan. Hindi alam ng wife ko yung tinatawag na bird strike. Kinento ko sa kanya, kinabahan na rin siya. Sabi ko, umalis ka dyan. Sinasabi ko sa isip ko, ibon, umalis ka dyan. And hanggang sa makatake off kami, nandun lang yung ibon. Nung nasa taas na kami, titingnan ko, nandun pa rin yung ibon. Sabi ko, salamat. Pero kawawa naman yung mga susunod. So what I'm trying to say is, nasaan yung tinatawag na bird avoidance technology or sound technology? Eh kung meron sound technology, sana yung tatlong ibon na nandoon na nakita ko, sana umalis na yon. Bakit nandoon pa rin, naka-steady? So mukhang hindi ata nag-work itong sound technology. So we need to see if it's really working or baka drawing lang.
May I ask, Mr. President, when the good senator was in the airport and he saw it,
I think this was last year sometime.
Okay. May we request the DOTR then perhaps to submit a photo, if not the actual instrument? Would that satisfy the senator to see that?
No, I'm not satisfied. I will not be satisfied. Maging satisfied ako kapag ako po ay pupunta doon sa airport at makikita ng mismong dalawang mata ko, how does it work?
Okay.
Na merong ibon dyan nagkataon and then patunugin natin yung sound technology. Tingnan natin kung talagang lalayas yung mga ibon. Like what I said, back in, I think this was sometime in November last year, nandun po yung tatlong ibon. Nakalipad na kami, hindi po lumilipad yung ibon. Naka-steady lang, kumakain-kain doon sa damo. Tumutuka-tuka.
Okay, so Mr. President, of course, we cannot demonstrate to you at this time, but maybe we can move on pending them inviting you to view this technology.
Very good. Very well.
Pitawan nyo, ha?
Okay na tayo dyan. Now, ilan po bang eroplano ang lumalapag at lumilipad sa ating mga airport? Because meron po tayong tatlong terminal, NAIA 1, 2, 3, and then one domestic, and yet dalawa lang po ating runway. It's not enough. We know that for a fact. Ilang beses ko na po nasubukan na dahil yung traffic po sa airport ay talagang matindi. Sa pila po sa taas paikot-ikot, pangwalo po kami. Nandun po yung kaba ng lahat ng pasahero. So just imagine, 8 airplanes, umiikot-ikot, different siguro yung heights. Meron yung nasa 10,000, 5,000, meron sa 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I don't know. Paano pa kaya napajambol-jambol yan ng control tower na hindi makakabanggaan? Pero nandun po yung risk. Do you agree with me? Na yung mga eroplano, nag-iikot-ikot doon dahil hindi makalanding sapagkat congested yung airport sa baba. Wala ba tayong magawa na para yung ating mga runway madagdagan man lang kasi it's been like this for a long, long time. Ano po yung game plan?
Actually, Mr. President, tama po kayo. Pagka tayo po'y lumilipad sa iba't ibang parte ng ating bansa, usually ang flight time average may be an hour or even less. But because of waiting for landing permit time, nagiging 2 hours. Di ba? Ano ba yung ginagawa ninyo? So, Mr. President, right now, there are about 40 planes, both takeoff and landing per hour in NAIA, in Manila International Airport. And then there are about 2 general aviation. Ito yung mga private planes, I suppose, per hour. Every month po, ang ating, sa buong Pilipinas, but sa Manila International Airport, 25,000 planes ang nagte-take off and ang 25,000 flights per month. Ang projection natin itong year na to, kasi syempre nagkakaumpisa pa lang ulit, 20,000 month.
Pero ang ibig sabihin, Madam Chair, wala ko bang plano ang ating gobyerno through DOTR na magdagdag po tayo ng runway? I think only in the Philippines nangyari ito na kung saan yung naglalanding at nagte-take off, isang runway lang ginagamit. Tapos mahaba ang pila, ihintay muna, may maglalanding, pagkatapos landing ng isang aeroplano, yun din po, same runway, doon magte-take off yung aeroplano nag-aantay. And then, humaba ang pila, sometimes doon pa lamang sa pila para maka-take off, it will take at least an hour. There was a time na isang oras po kami nag-antay ng mga pasahero dahil nga po ang haba na ng pila at ang haba din po ng pila naglalanding. So kami po magte-take off, we have to wait at least for an hour. At nakikita kong solusyon dyan siguro sa about time na magdagdag po tayo ng runway. Bakit po hindi natin ginagawa yan? For so many years, this has been a perennial problem and nothing is being done to address this kind of problem.
Mr. President, I think during several hearings, it's already been established that there's no land to be able to build a third runway in the Manila International Airport. On the other hand, and that's also the reason why we fast-tracked giving a franchise for the Bulacan Airport, which I believe will have 4 runways, and not to mention there's also a parallel project in the Sangli Airport that they are developing. Yes, we are a little bit late in the game, and this will really stunt our growth, especially when it comes to tourism. On the other hand, this is what we have right now. That's why we really have to support the Bulacan as well as the Sangli Airport, because that's the only way we can really decongest the Manila International Airport.
Okay, but you do agree with me, mga taga-DOTR, na meron pong danger o risk doon bang yung mga aeroplano sa impapawid, umiikot-ikot dahil nag-iantay ng kanilang turn na makapag-landing. Di ba? Because it happened to me. Almost half an hour, umiikot-ikot kami. Pagtingin ko sa taas, meron pa isang aeroplano, umiikot din. Pagtingin ko doon sa kalawakan, another plane, umiikot din. And we're all waiting for a one runway to be available na doon kami lahat maglalanding at nakapila. Only in the Philippines.
I believe, Mr. President, it's really frustrating, di ba, yung ating airport.
Pero ang tanong ko po, Madam Chair, inirecognize ba ng ating mga otoridad sa CAAP or DOTR na nandun po yung risk at danger na accident might happen as a result of this kung hindi po ito na-address?
This is always a possibility. That's why they are confident in spite of this situation that we have now, because every plane has a traffic collision avoidance system. So parang nasasabi rin, nagmo-warn dun sa mga piloto, kung dangerously close na sila doon sa isa pang eroplano. So doon po tayo nagre-rely sa ngayon dahil nga masyadong congested. But we are not alone in this. Kahit naman Heathrow Airport, I believe they also have 2 runways. But they are able to function. They're definitely busier than us. But because of the technology already embedded in planes, it's been possible for them to operate safely.
Pero marami na po insidente na nagkakaroon po ng mid-air collision. Kahit na po sinasabi mo meron tayong technology na malalaman po ng isang aeroplano na they're very close with another airplane, still unavoidable po yung tinatawag na mid-air collision o near collision. So ang point out ko rito na dapat we have to do something na mabawasan man yung risk ng mga mid-air collision as a result of this congested traffic sa ating airport dahil kulang po yung ating runway. So this must be addressed and this must be looked at.
Thank you, Mr. President. I share your concern with regards to this. That's why, aside from all the safety features that are included in the aircraft, we also make sure that we are at par in terms of standards with training our air traffic controllers as well as our pilots. Kasi aside from the technology, you always have to rely on the human judgment and expertise.
Okay, last na naman po. Now, let's move on. Let's talk about passengers' welfare. Ilang beses na po ako nakaranas na sumakay ng aeroplano, whether na A1, 2, or 3, na nagkaroon po ng long delay sa flight. Kuminsan umabot ng 3 hours. Thank God, hindi pa ako nakaranas ng 6 hours dahil 3 hours pa lamang, umalis na ako and then kinakancel ko ng flight dahil meron pa ako dapat gawin. Ang nakakaawa po yung mga sa malalayong lugar, especially pag nakakancel yung flight. At nakikita ko po, yung mga pasahero nanggagalaiti na, minumura na po yung mga ground crew na wala naman silang kinalaman doon sa delay. Ano po ang pwedeng gawin dapat ng ating mga kinaukulan para naman ma-ease yung tension? 3 hours, kuminsan 5 hours, kuminsan 6 hours? Di ba dapat pagdating po ng ilang oras na yung flight ay delayed na, dapat man lang mabigyan po ng merienda, pagkain yung mga nagugutom na mga pasahero. Kapag na-cancel yung flight, di ba dapat yung pong mga pasahero na sa malalayong lugar o sino may gusto, mabibigyan na po ng shuttle, papunta po sa mga hotel at bibigyan po sila ng food voucher. Di ba dapat ganon? I think meron po tayong regulasyon o batas po patungkol dyan. At bakit po hindi po na-implement po ito?
Okay.
Itong terminal, tatanggalin na natin yung ibang flights kasi terminal 4.
So, meron bang terminal 4?
Yes, also domestic.
So maglalagay din kayo doon.
Some of their flights, terminal 3.
Okay. So, Mr. President, what they're doing now is a coordinating council, the CAAP, together with the management of the airport and also